They call them good. Selfless kind, always helping. But look closer. They follow the rule book, not their own experience. They give until empty, then give more. They save everyone, except themselves. That's not good. That's stupid with a halo. Let me explain. Good people follow the rule book, help others be kind, don't overlook anyone in need, anyone in pain. They'll give their shirt in the freezing rain, but they never ask, am I cold too? Do I have enough? What am I going through? The rule book says give, doesn't say check. If your own foundation is about to break, so they give and give and give some more, until they're on the floor, exhausted, poor in spirit, in health, in peace, in mind. The rule book didn't mention this kind of collapse, because the rule book was written by people who never sat in the kitchen of their own suffering. They just wrote the rules. Good people follow and become the fool. Good people are stupid, not because they're kind, because they follow rules without checking their own mind. Experience is the teacher, not a book. But good people don't look, they just cook themselves in the fire of should and must, until they turn to dust. Why good people are stupid? Let me count the ways they save the world, but not their own days. Empty cup, empty hands, empty heart, following rules that tear them apart. Not because kindness is wrong, because they've been following a song that wasn't written for their voice. Good is not a rule book, that's a choice. To be blind, to ignore your own needs. Good people are stupid, planting their own weeds. They help others, yes, sometimes it works. The deeper issue, the pattern lurks. They never learn from their own fall, they just follow the rule book, that's all. Help your neighbor, turn the other cheek, be selfless, be humble. Don't speak about your own pain, your own exhaustion. The rule book doesn't have that option, so they burn out, crash, break, collapse, and wonder why life feels like traps. Because they never learn from experience, just followed rules with no reference to their own limits, their own needs. Good people are stupid, they plant their own weeds. And then they say, think about your loved ones, as if guilt is the solution, as if loaded guns are the answer to exhaustion. No, they add more weight to someone who can't let go. Think about your loved ones, that's a chain, another reason to stay in the pain. Not because love is wrong, because guilt is heavy, and a drowning person doesn't need more levy. Irresponsibility, they need rest, not your family will be devastated, that's a test. They're already failing, don't add more bricks to the backpack of someone who's already sick. Good people mean well, but they don't see the helping the helper drown, helping the misery. Think about your loved ones, they sit with care, but all the drowning hears is more weight to bear. The lone wolf doesn't say think about your loved one. The lone wolf says fix yourself first, then run. If you're empty, you can't fill anyone else. Save yourself before you save someone else. Not selfish, not cold, just math. You can't pour from an empty path. Good people empty themselves into others, then wonder why they're smothered. You want to be good? Fine, but first, be real. The rulebook doesn't know your limits. Your experience does. The rulebook says, give until it hurts. Experience says, give until you're empty, then stop. Good people help, then collapse. Then someone has to help them. That's not kindness, that's a cycle. And when they say, think about your loved ones, they're not helping. They're adding weight. Guilt is not a lifeline, it's another anchor. Learn from your own falls, not from a book written by people who never fell as hard as you. Be good, but be wise. Wisdom comes from scars. Now go, bleed, learn, that help, not before. Meow. Why good people are stupid? Let me count the ways they save the world, but not their own days. Empty cup, empty hands, empty heart, following rules that tear them apart. Good is not a rule book, that's a choice. To be blind, to ignore your own voice. Good people are stupid, but they don't have to stay. Learn from yourself, find your own way. They follow the rule book, not their own experience. That's why they failed. They said, think about your loved ones, but never said, think about yourself first. Not because they're evil, because they were asleep. Now wake up. Now fix yourself. Then maybe help. Now drift.